to the part where the presentations are done, and here we get more interactive with individuals who are here as part of our panel, introduction of our panel, just so we can be able to kickstart this conversation. The first of the panel that we have is Merina Jessamy. Merina Jessamy is from Grenada in the Caribbean region. She holds a master's degree in economics from the University of Suriname. This is way back in 1996. She holds a master's degree in economics, policies, and reforms for development from the Catholic University of Santo in 1999. Merina has over 30 years of public service experience working in various ranks as planning officer, senior project and policy development officer. She has over 7 years public service management experience as the permanent secretary in various Government of Grenada departments, including agriculture, land, forestry, the environment, climate resilience, disaster management, and information. It keeps building. She's currently serving as the permanent secretary for infrastructure development and implementation. This involves project management support for capital projects that is worth over $300,000 and above. Merina is a member of the Supervisory and Compliance Committee of Ariza Credit Union, and she's been doing this for over 6 years, and she's been the 4 years chairperson of Ariza Credit Union. She also serves as the director of boards of statutory bodies of Grenada Food and Nutrition Council and the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, together with various other portfolios. She's a coordinating director of Maroon Women Network in Suriname since 2000. Which has over 300 members. She's a freelance researcher in development issues in Latin America and the Caribbean regions. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to warmly welcome Merina Jessamy. I'm starting with Merina. Since we are in Ghana and she's coming all the way from the Caribbean. Merina, some opening statement from you, please. Can you put yourself on camera? Awesome to have you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome to have you. Thank you very much for joining us today, Merina. Go ahead and give your own introductory statements. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I greet all the participants, and I'm so happy to be able to engage directly for the first time with an organization in the Republic of Ghana. I do want to say that I'm coming from a diaspora differently than maybe most Ghanaians would know. I think all of us are familiar with the role of the historic the transatlantic slave trade. And so I want to assure you that there are over 50 million of your brothers and sisters throughout various Caribbean countries. I am originally from the Republic of Suriname, living now in Grenada for over 18 years. And I do believe that the topic of advancing youth innovation to boost sustainable food security and decent work is very timely, especially as we discuss post-COVID-19 era. I must confirm that you spell my name correctly, Merina Jessamy, and presently I'm now the permanent secretary for the Ministry of Labor in Grenada. And so the topic of decent work is close to my heart. I would like to encourage the youth to really see themselves, as a gentleman said before, not as the leaders of tomorrow, but starting from today, that they are at the crossroads of generations. And they are at the crossroads of the hopes and dreams of many generations before them. And just to speak on the topic of decent work, whether you are establishing a business or whether you are an employee, I think it is very critical to highlight quickly what ILO is trying to have us as a global working space to understand what is decent work. One, that you know your rights. Know your rights in terms of contract management, in terms of the remuneration, in terms of the protection, in terms of your mental health. And we have recently seen, even in the Olympics, that some athletes would pull out because they have challenges of mental health. And as a young person, I do believe that it's very, very critical for you to take care of yourself, for you not to be at the sideline, but to stand up and to be counted. That is how we say it in the Caribbean, stand up and be counted. Just to speak in terms of innovation, I would like to use two examples, one from Suriname and one from Grenada. In terms of the role of agriculture in innovation, coming from Maroon societies in Suriname, you would see that now many small businesses are focusing on natural hair care products and natural skin care products. And there are entrepreneurs from Maroon communities who have an advantage because of the traditional knowledge that they have in terms of certain palm oil. We have a tree in Suriname called Maripa oil and Awara oil. It's very good for skin care and very good for hair care. But the knowledge of the processing of this type of palm oil came from generations and generations. And I'm saying that because normally when people speak about innovation, they believe that traditional knowledge is not important. And from the diaspora, we believe that it is. An example from Grenada, the island where I now reside. And I would like to highlight that example in terms of biodiversity. As you know, small island development states, we are impacted by climate change very much. And so the care for mangroves and the care for ecosystem, especially in the marine sector, is very critical. And in Grenada, young people are involved in the cultivation of what we call sea moss. They use the sea to grow a product, and it is very nutritious and it sells as well. I believe that as I reach out to you from the shores of the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic to Ghana today, I would like to encourage young persons to scale up their business, not only to focus on the diaspora that left Ghana maybe years ago and went to the UK or the USA, but Latin America provides you with a market of over 600 million persons. The CARICOM region has 15 countries and we are 18 million strong. And because of the connectivity over the years and also the cultural ties that we have, I just want to recall that the connection between Suriname and Ghana started in the 1970s when paramount chiefs from Suriname visited Ghana. And as recent as October 2019, a large delegation of Suriname visited Ghana as part of the Year of Return initiative. I just want to say that because you might not be aware of these exchanges, and it highlights the connection that we have. But in terms of the decent work and food security, it is not in the traditional role only that you can make a living in terms of tree crops or short crops. But I believe that we must encourage young persons to think about value addition and also to think about scaling up of your businesses. I want to close, because I'm left 10 minutes, I want to close with a principle from the Maroon societies in Suriname called CAPE. And that is a system how you are trained to manage intergenerational wealth. And it is not only wealth in terms of land management, but wealth in terms of how you ensure that from generation to generation, you have sustainable development, and land is critical in food systems. I would like to encourage young persons to think about farming systems where they can use climate smart agriculture in a small plot of land. You can terrace the land in such a way that you can increase productivity. And most of all, I do believe that with the passion I hear in Tech Farm Hub, we can twin organizations in Ghana, youth organizations in Ghana, with youth organizations within the Caribbean region. I just want to give examples of like Black Women in Tech, Maroon Women Network, but you also have Amazon Youth Connect. And all these young persons can share their experience, can use the digital platform to present their products, and you would see that we have a lot in common in terms of art, in terms of product that we can use, in terms of the processing. For example, in Ghana or in most African countries, you call cassava gari. We have our own, we call it farine in the Caribbean. The production method is more or less the same, but the taste might be different. And these are all things we can encourage to ensure that we increase productivity, increase our scaling up of businesses, and ensure that the value addition will be able to meet standards for export. I will leave it like that, and I really want to thank you for this opportunity to connect with you, and I salute all the youth in Ghana. Do enjoy your day tomorrow as you celebrate. May God bless you. Thank you.
I'm having Merina. I'm sure that we'll definitely be asking one or two follow-up questions regarding your experiences in Grenada and what we are doing here in Ghana, especially with the issue of food security and young people. So be on hold because we are not done yet. We'll call you back to have you make more input into the discussion. I'll call